This is a 2017 bin of crap. This bin has been sitting in the same place for more than a year, and today I'm gonna go through it. Yes, as I'm sure is the case for many of you, I have a lot of junk that I need to go through, and what better time to go through it than right now. Now, I've had the plan to make videos for the second channel of me going through these bins of garbage, but it's just never happened. But now, now is a great time, wouldn't you say? And in an amazing reversal of ordinary things, there's a second camera, so I can cut to a better close-up of the items that I'm holding. I have not used that camera in a very long time, and I cannot see its screen. I don't know really how well it's framed, but we're gonna hope for the best. So anyway, this is the first of we'll see how many videos, and we'll also see if you actually like these, where I go through my terrible collection of garbage I don't need. Let's start off with something I obviously don't need. This is a CD DVD labeling kit thingamajigger from Big Lots, apparently, that I don't think I even bought. I'm pretty sure my mom or dad found it and thought this could come in handy a long time ago. And it's in my care for some reason. It was a whole $2. This is no longer useful in 2020, at least. I'm sorry to say to those who really like physical media, but I don't need this. So this will probably go to be donated because someone might use it for something. So not garbage, but definitely not something I need. This is a replacement lid to a Dell Inspiron 17R, which was my previous daily driver laptop. I really love this thing, however it has lost its mind. I don't have the laptop with me, but it no longer boots. It doesn't. And it developed this problem over time where sometimes you'd hit the power button and you got nothing. And it's permanently locked. So I actually took the hard drive out of it to get my old tax documents off of it, and it's garbage now. So I don't need this. Is it recyclable? It claims to be, so this will go in recycling. And yeah, this is just the cover, or just the case, for a VHS copy of The Lion King 2, Simba's Pride. Why is it in here? Couldn't tell ya. But it should go with all of my various media, because I'm not throwing away VHS tapes. I can't bring myself to that. So I have a garbage can next to me. That's the only thing I brought down. So again, this is an empty grocery bag. This is the light socket to an umbrella stand, or an umbrella light, which I don't use. I bought them a long time ago thinking maybe it would be better for when I was using green screen. Not at all. So I don't want to throw it out, but is this technically considered electronics? I could save the power cord, maybe use that for something else. We'll put this aside for now, but I don't want it. This is a spiral-bound notebook, likely from when I was in high school. No, this is wide rule, so middle school or earlier, and it is empty. Recycling. It's not full, otherwise I'd donate it. I'd show you what this is, but it contains personal information, so. But it is a storybook from when I was in elementary school. Why is it in this bin? Couldn't tell ya, but this is, I don't think my parents want this. I will throw it away. This is a small assortment of miniature jewel cases for an 8cm CD. Because at some point I bought a stack of 8cm blank CDRs for fun. Yeah. I have a thing that has various media in it, so that's gonna go over there. But for now, there it is. This is a children's book. Why is it in this bin? A great question. Me of the past. Gonna guess donate for that. I have to, some of these things I really just, I don't know why I have them. I feel probably when my parents sold their home, they just bundled up a bunch of stuff, but this bin is mostly mine, so I don't know what's going on. This is not supposed to be in the bin. I put it in there just now. It's a light. Now we get to some weird stuff. Oh, okay. So, and this is funny because this is how I got into Betamax. I found a Sanyo Betacord VCR, which I believe I still have somewhere at a Goodwill. This is probably like 10 years ago. And I had never seen beta tapes in a thrift store. So I went to a local camera shop where they were still selling Betamax cassettes. I almost said Betamax VHS cassettes, where they were selling Betamax cassettes because, again, Betacam was a thing. And it is interesting to see that this does not say Betamax or Betacam. It just says Beta Video Cassette. So this is probably 10 years old. I don't know if that. But there's some novelty for you. These things I will get to. This is an insert card from the Dick Van Dyke Show DVD set, season 3. Couldn't tell you where that set is, and I don't know why this is here. These, though, are definitely getting recycled. If I can find the cassette for A Fish Called Wanda, I will put it in here. These, though, again, let me explain. This is an example. I went through a phase where I was buying oddly colored VHS cassettes so that way I could open them up and use them as blank tapes to record television from. This is at the tail end of VHS's useful life. So this was a cassette of the movie The Firm, because apparently they came on blue tapes, which is interesting, but the reels inside came from a blank tape. Which is why I have these brainy baby cassettes, because these were white. They're kind of interesting to see a white VHS cassette. I don't know if I have any that are in this bin, but that's why I have these. And this is actually then the tape that was inside the white shell. And I just wrote 49 minutes on it because it's 49 minutes of blank tape. I doubt there's anything recorded on this. It's probably still the original program. Speaking of, one of the other things I need to do, which I'm sure many of you need to do, is go through your enormous stack of optical discs you have that you don't know what's on them. And I could make those videos too if you like. I don't know if that would interest you, but hey, hashtag content. So yeah, we're getting to a bunch of blank tapes that I know. Apparently this had something on it, but I can see the remnants of writing, so I don't know what that would be. But yeah, mainly this is just some blank tapes. And I think they are actually blank. Oh no, this has a recording on it. Anyway, these will go in my media pile, but these cases can just be, I don't know why I even held on to them. Again, tape. Oh, here you go. This is one of the white cassettes, which I also, I took some reels from like a promotional tape and put it in there. This is the series, or is it's off-air recording of Connections by James Burke. If you haven't yet figured that out, or if you aren't familiar with that series and you haven't yet made the connection between Connections and my channel's name, well, now you know. And a green one, because of course, this was probably VeggieTales. Did they come on green ones? Because Nickelodeon was always orange. Anyway, this is useful. Why is this in here? This is a RCA to 1/8 inch cable. This needs to go to my box of cables. Floppies. Why? I don't know, but I can actually, there is a story behind these. So way back when, and I very much regret getting rid of it because now I know what I would have needed to do to fix it. I happened to visit again, when we talk about phases, there was a phase, and this I know I was in 7th grade because I remember the English teacher I had at the time, where I was kind of obsessed with the history of Apple. And one time I happened to visit my grandparents and saw that my grandpa had a Macintosh Classic in his basement. And I was like, what? And he gave it to me, and it only worked for about not even a year before it developed it wouldn't boot anymore, and I'm sure it was just bad capacitors on the motherboard. I got rid of that. But, and again, I very much regret it because I would love to tool around with that thing, but I got rid of it. But a lot of these are Mac formatted floppies, which were partially there to, oh, this is two stories here. So a lot of these I formatted to Mac just so that way I would have stuff. I could move things between it and another computer because I also bought a bunch of Mac shareware, like a collection on a CD on eBay, and I needed to put them on floppies. The other thing that these floppies were, this one's labeled 3.9, was that I was moving programs from a different Mac onto an iMac with a USB floppy. Anyway, I don't think there's anything on these at all that I could possibly need, but I will put them with the other floppies that I have. I have a lot of floppy disks. If anybody, I don't know, do people still need floppies or do people just collect them? Is a question that I have because honestly, I don't know the answer to. Yellow was the best color. And I don't really like the color yellow for a lot of things, but Game Boy Color, yellow was the best color. And something about yellow floppy disks, really like that. This is a card from All Spectrum Electronics. They are in Van Nuys, California, and I kept it because it has a resistor color code thing on the back. The reason why I have this is because the first Nixie tube clock that I ever built was from a kit from their website. More tapes. This is 3/8 inch by 1/4 inch clear vinyl tubing. I can tell you what this was for. A while ago, my family had, because I convinced them to buy it because, I don't know, I was a dumb child. We had an old truck that we used like as a work truck, and its windshield washer lines had gone bad. So this was used to repair those. And I got more than I needed. I haven't thrown anything away yet, I realize that. And it hurts me to think of throwing this away because this is still a useful thing. Ugh. Okay, well, I'm gonna keep it, but not in this bin. This is an onboarding kit from my first credit card. I'm pretty sure I can throw this away. Let me just make sure there's no personal information in it. Oh, it says I should keep these documents, but you know what? I don't think I want to. Okay. Again, I'll put that in recycling later, but for now, thrown away. Here's the case that got separated from those. More cassettes. That's all that's left in here. Except there's one weird thing. This is mangled. This is what we call literal garbage. What is that? There's some dead bugs down here. I won't show you those. But there's some shards. I don't know what this is. This looks like it could be a fragment of a CD, maybe? I don't know. How odd. But the last thing in here of... Oh, I took it out already. The last thing in here of any notable use is it's a photography. It's 2 stickers to do with photography. I am sure I know who gave these to me, but I don't know why they ended up in this bin. And I don't know what... oh, it's a flash. I think this goes with the flash because it's got automatic distance range and it's giving focal lengths and aperture settings with ISO 100 and 400. The top one, I'm not sure. I guess you would put this on the back of your flash unit if you had it. I have a box full of photography stuff, which I should go through just to organize, but I'm not going to get rid of any of it. But yes, this bin is now empty. And all of its contents are basically on the table. But I do have a place for all these VHS cassettes, and at some point I'm going to go through these and probably get rid of most of the blank ones anyway. At this point, or I should say the non-pre-recorded ones, because at this point the only content I care to keep on VHS is pre-recorded things, because there's novel... VHS to me is just a novel thing now, and unless there's anything on these recordings that I want, I will probably just get rid of them. I will go through them. There's a lot of people, and I know who you are, who will go through old tapes like this and upload what's on them to the Internet Archive, etc. But I do believe most of these are actually blank, because I bought a bunch of VHS tapes from thrift stores towards the end of the useful period of VHS. And then at the time, let's see, I don't know what year it would be, but we never had a DVR. That's the reason why I kept using VHS. But then we got a DVR, and it was like, oh, this is why people like DVRs. So it was one of those things where you learn right away. But anyway, this is probably not a great start to this series because this bin was less interesting than I thought it was going to be. But if you liked this, let me know, and I will do more. I have at least like 3 more boxes, and I have one right underneath the camera, which you can't see. Depending on how this goes, and if the edit goes quickly, I might do that tonight. But for now, thanks for watching. I hope you're staying safe and staying home, and I will see you on this channel possibly very soon. And on the main channel, I am working on a video topic for you, which will be a bit of a change of pace, and then I have another interesting thing I would like to cover in the meantime. So I've got content lined up while we're all in this hellscape we're in. But for now, stay safe, stay connected with your loved ones. If not not in person, stay connected with them. Call your mom, call your grandma, call your family, see who's who. I hope you know who's who, but check in with everybody. It really means a lot to them. And just best thing to say is take care and keep your chin up.